Hi. Long time no see. My doctor has given me some advice that I think might actually work. That's actually kind of working already. For all of the exhaustion I feel right now, it's kind of working already. She's advised me that I should change my sleeping schedule and try to go to bed as early as I can possibly stand it, so that I have more time to sleep, and maybe I can wake up earlier and give myself time to wake up and anyways, it's been a rough week. I've been trying to change my sleep schedule. I found that what happens is, if I try to go to bed early, I've been trying to get into bed at 10 o'clock. I'm used to going to bed at 11:30 midnight. So I'm trying to go to bed at 10 o'clock. And I get into bed, and then I roll around in bed until midnight anyways. So all it's been doing so far, and it's been getting better, so but all it's done up to a point is I just have more time to just sit and let my mind ramble and run, which gets it into high gear after about an hour, which means it's just harder to fall asleep. But I'm starting to get used to the change. So this might actually be a thing that might actually help me. Holy shit. So we'll see, how that works. And hopefully it works. But that's what's new with me. Other than that, I hit a point of realization that there's nothing going on. When it comes down to it, there's nothing going on. There's nothing going on. We're on night 71 or whatever of the fucking riots in Portland. What's happening because of that? Well, the police still can't do their job because those in charge won't let them. The rioters are still rioting. Nothing's changed. Nothing's going on. It's the same shit. People are still being hurt every night in Portland. It's unfortunate. It needs to fucking end. So there you go. That, we're caught up there. There was no deal made. What a fucking surprise. And then the president just signed a bunch of executive orders. This is a trap. For those of you who don't understand how traps work, this is a trap. He's been trapping them with this. He said, look, you can figure out a deal. And it's their job. Here, this is the fucking thing. Everybody's become so ridiculous. They want to say it's everybody else's job until everybody else wants to do something, and then all of a sudden, you can't do that. That's my job. Well, okay, do your fucking job. So here's been the thing. Everybody's like, the president should fucking do something. The president's like, what can I do? I don't, this is not my job. The fucking Congress. Talk to them. And then everybody goes, well, and then Nancy Pelosi goes, well, we've got to come up with a deal. And the Republicans have to deal with us. And we want this, and we won't budge. And the Republicans go, that's not how you deal, motherfucker. Because the shit that you won't budge on, we don't like. Because it's dumb. And it's not working. In fact, it's working badly. So we need to change the bad shit. And they go, well, we don't want to change bad shit. Fuck off, because we think the bad shit's good. So they won't do anything. So then they just let it run out because they refuse to do anything. So then the president goes, okay. And so what does he do? He does something. He kind of more or less keeps a lot of stuff the same, lessens some things. And is it great? No, it's not. But is it fucking something? Yeah, sure, it is. And the arguments I've heard so far are fucking retarded. Right after he signs the shit, lady on the news is like, but there's all these people out there that need that $600. He reduced the $600 to $400. There's all those people out there that need that $600. So what? I understand that's cold and that's callous, but this was never meant to be permanent. This is COVID relief. So what happens when we get a vaccine? We're not going to have to worry about the disease as much anymore. Shit's going to get a lot better in that respect. People are going to start going back to work, hopefully. And the way that we're going to have to get people to really go back to work is the government is going to have to stop competing with jobs. So everybody that lost their job, hopefully, will be able to get their fucking job back. But there's still going to be people that need that $600. Sure, because there's always going to be poor people. But you know what? They didn't have that $600 before the pandemic. So when the shit's over, what do you think is going to happen? This isn't permanent. So that's not an argument. Sure, everybody, I need $600 more a fucking week. Who doesn't? That's not an argument. We never planned for this to be permanent. What the fuck is wrong with people? But they need it. Who doesn't? This is like fucking... It's frustration. It's frustrating me. And I'm trying to fuck with my sleep schedule. I need time off. I need time off for this shit. I can't be delving into this fucking stupidity every day. Every time I get in the car and I listen to the news, I'm like... I just come out frustrated and angry. And everybody's like, what do you think this is going to do to the election? Is this going to hurt or is this going to help? Neither. Neither. Everybody's made their decision. Is there really anybody that's undecided? Look, people that are knowledgeable about what's going on right now, people that watch the news, read the news, do that sort of thing, watch YouTube commentators, whatever, people who are really active in politics and what's going on right now, you've all decided. Everybody's fucking decided. All of the people that are watching this shit, you've all decided. Whether you're willing to admit it or not, in your heart, you fucking already decided. You know. You're so involved, if you haven't chosen yet, what the fuck are you waiting for? What else needs to happen for you to pick a side? You've already decided. You've all already decided. Tim Pool loves to say, fuck you, Tim. You've decided. Everybody's fucking decided. Everybody who's that active is fucking decided already. You know what's at stake. You know what's going on. You've decided. Just shut the fuck up. You've decided already. So, everybody who's knowledgeable about what's going on has already decided. Everybody who is not knowledgeable about what's going on has either decided they're not going to vote because they don't vote anyways, or they've already decided just because of whatever somebody's telling them to do one way or another. They either have friends that are like, dude, you gotta vote for Joe Biden, or they've got friends that are like, dude, you gotta vote Donald Trump. They've already decided. Everybody's already decided. Everybody who gives enough of a fuck to go and vote, you've already decided at this point. Joe Biden comes out and does another fucking black people are all monolith bit. And you think this is going to hurt his election or is it going to help? Man, if black people haven't figured out that Democrats... Dude, this was the fucking best. So they're talking about Joe Biden says this fucking thing. There's not a whole lot of diversity in black people. They all fucking think the same. They all vote Democrat. We know this shit, right? And they get this guy, black guy, he has a black guy going on. They ask him about it. You know what he says? Well, everybody kind of knows that, you know, everything is kind of blacked in, or baked in with the black vote. I'm like, the guy defending Joe Biden just said, yeah, we all know how black people vote. They're going to vote Democrat. It's what they do. It's baked in. That was his fucking response. And who gives a shit? Nobody. Dude. Joe Biden was accused of raping a woman. Joe Biden was accused of literally doing what Donald Trump figuratively said the women let him do. grabbing him by the pussy. He is accused of literally doing that. Is anybody even talking about that anymore? No! Because nobody fucking cares. There was a fucking article written. I don't care if Joe Biden eats babies. I'm voting for him. These are the principles that these people stand for. Not Donald Trump. That's it. That's the only principle that they stand for. They don't stand for right or justice or any of it. Not Donald Trump. That's what they want. Not Donald Trump. That's all they care about. They would literally vote if the Antichrist rose up and said, look, I'm the Antichrist, and I honestly think I could stand a chance against Donald Trump. I don't think there's enough good Christian souls in this country that are going to vote against me. Because it's Donald Trump. You all think he's worse than me. I can be open about being the Antichrist. I am. 2020. Like, dude, and people, there would be articles. I don't care that he's the Antichrist. He's not Donald Trump. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Do you realize what it would take at this point? Do you realize what it would take at this point? For anybody to actually change their mind enough for it to make a difference from this point on, Donald Trump would literally need to betray everything that he has talked about for the past, as long as I can remember, 30, 40 fucking years. Donald Trump has always talked about how he believes that America is the greatest power in the world, and it should be, and that we should run things better, and blah, blah, blah. He's always talked about this. He ran for president before as a Democrat. Because he's a Democrat. It just so happens that now he's a Republican. But his beliefs are still old Democrat. It's just old Democrat is now new Republican. He's always talked this shit. He's going to have to betray everything he's said for the entirety of his recorded life. And it's going to have to be blatant. And it's going to have to be right fucking there in living color. It's the only way anybody's going to give a shit. And the only way that people are going to not vote for Joe Biden have already decided not Donald Trump, the only way that's going to happen is if fucking a video actually comes out of him eating babies. And even then I don't even think that's going to be enough. Because it's insanity. Like, one side is waiting for that man to betray his fucking oath to them. The other side is waiting for that man to die and be replaced with somebody else, and it still isn't going to matter. An immovable object and an unstoppable force. The insanity behind Joe Biden is an immovable object. And Donald Trump's purity of resolve, not purity of motives, not purity of intentions, all of you Trump haters will love this, just simply his purity of resolve. He's just sticking to his guns. And he's just not going to change. He's always just going to be this way. This is what he's always going to believe. He's always going to be rah rah go America. The man loves what we stand for. Freedom. Freedom of opportunity. The ability to, with hard work and grit and a real damn good idea and a lot of luck, to be able to make yourself from nothing to anything. He believes in that. And he's always gonna. He's never gonna change. Not in a way that's gonna be enough to make the people that really believe in him not. It's an unstoppable force. You cannot stand in its way. It is the spirit of the American people. It's always been an unstoppable force. Ask the Germans. Ask the Japanese. Ask a lot of fucking people. It's an unstoppable force. But the insanity of people backing Joe Biden is an immovable object. Everybody's already decided. Joe Biden's going to pick his Veep, his vice president, VIP, Jesus Christ, his vice president. He's going to pick his vice president. And you know what that's going to matter? Nothing. If he picks Kamala Harris, you know who's going to give a shit? Nobody. If he picks... It isn't going to matter. You think it's going to change people's mind? No. It's not. Because it's a stalemate of power. Like... So we have to see in the intervening years between 2016 and 2017 how many people have come to their senses. That's really the thing. But it's already happened. They've already decided. Like, it can't get worse than this. What else do people need? It couldn't be more clear. So, nothing's changing. Nothing's going on right now. Nothing interesting to me, at least. So, I'm changing my sleep schedule. That is taking a lot of my focus. And beyond that, there's nothing going on. And I don't know what kind of cataclysmic event that it's going to take to be interesting again. I mean, other than the election, of course. Yeah, I'm not saying that I'm taking off till the election. Come on, we've got debates. Gotta talk about those. That's going to be great. Oh, that was another thing. Donald Trump wants to add another debate. He wants to add it earlier. He wants to debate by like the end of September or some shit like that. Or earlier than that. I don't know. End of this month, maybe. Whatever. He wants another debate. He wants an earlier debate. And a guy asked a Joe Biden mouthpiece, what do you think about Donald Trump wanting to add an earlier debate? And she said, well, he wants to push it out because he's in trouble. Because he knows that he's going to lose. And so that's why he wants to push out the debates, because he knows he's going to lose. And the guy goes, he doesn't want to push it out. He wants to add another one and do it earlier. And she goes, oh, yeah, he wants to do that because he knows he's going to lose. He knows he's going to lose, so that's why he wants to do another debate and earlier, because he knows he's going to lose. I'm like... So yeah, dude, like it's just a bunch of frustration right now, and I don't want to have to deal with that shit while I'm trying to fucking get myself decent with sleep. And like I'm beating my head against the wall. I'm beating my head against an immovable object. You know? So, I gotta figure something out. Because right now I'm just like, man, I've been watching Dragon Ball Super. And it's funny, I was watching Dragon Ball Super. First of all, I just finished watching the longest 48 fucking minutes of my life. It lasted 3 seasons of the show. And secondly, and that's it, like 22 minutes an episode, just so you know. And they're not one episode seasons. It's the longest 48 minutes of my life. And but it was very cool. It was very, very cool. I enjoyed it. But yeah, Lord Beerus said something that just made me fucking laugh. He said, people who trumpet justice are very rarely righteous. And that just made me fucking laugh, because I'm like, no shit, Beerus. And he's the destroyer of the universe, so like, from the mouths of destroyers, you know, what are you gonna say? But yeah, I think I'm gonna go on to watching Dragon Ball Z. I actually have a funny story with that. So, Xbox has been doing ridiculous sales. Like, everything's on fucking sale. It's just every day, like, new sales. And they're ridiculous off. Like, there's 80, 70, 80, fucking 90% off shit. I'm picking up stuff for like $10, like crazy. It's fucking awesome. And they put Dragon Ball Z, all the seasons for Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball Super are on sale. And it's like 9 seasons for the one show and 10 seasons for the other show. They did not have them as a single set. So I'm like, uh-oh, this could be fun. So I start, I'm like, fuck it, I'm going to buy it. Well, like, I kind of figured out what they were going to be, and I'm like, I can afford that. So I'm buying the things, and I'm going through season by season. I'm like, I wonder how long it's going to be before my card's going to stop working. Because I know how this shit goes. So I get through, like, I got all of Dragon Ball Z, and then I think I got, like, 2 seasons, maybe 3 seasons into Dragon Ball Super. And then my card stopped working. So I'm like, so I call my credit card. And the guy's like, yeah, have you been making a whole lot of purchases on Xbox? And I'm like, yes. I'm like, dude, look. I'm like, they have all of the seasons of Dragon Ball on sale. They're like $10 each. What do you want from me? And he just starts laughing his ass off. He's like, all right, man. He's like, I'll set you back up again. And I'm like, thank you very much. And he's like, we're really sorry about this. And I'm like, dude, don't apologize to me. I'm like, this is one of the services I love from you guys. You guys are looking out for me and watch my back. That's awesome. Like, thank you for that. That's cool. So he's like, oh, well, thank you very much. He's like, we don't often get that. And I'm like, hey, I understand, but fucking some people are stupid. So, that was a fun conversation. I love those kind of conversations. I've had that shit happen to me before. I used to go to a camping trip every year, 2-week-long camping trip. And it was like a nationwide event. People from kind of all over the country would converge in Pennsylvania and go to this camping trip. And so like you'd go to a food stand that would be based out of West Virginia. So I'd be buying lunch at West Virginia, and then I'd go over to this other stand and be like, oh, that's a really cool pouch. And then I'd buy myself a pouch in Pennsylvania. And then I'd go over to another stand and be like, ooh, these are nice boots. And I'd get myself some boots from Indiana. So after like a bunch of that shit, my credit card company was like, what the fuck is going on? So they shut my shit down, and I had to call them again. And they're like, we were just wondering because you essentially, I think the lady said you essentially bought things in 5 different states within an hour. And we were like, and I was like, oh, well, that's cool. I'm like, no problem. I explained what happened, and they laughed it, and said, thank you very much again, looking out for me. It's one of the cooler services I think the credit card companies have come up with. The holy shit, what the fuck are you doing with yourself? Notification. But anyways, so yeah, I've been having fun with my time off. I hope you guys are having fun. Yeah, and seriously, man, like it's just all it is frustration right now. I can't take it. So I'm probably going to take, like I said, unless something happens that I really think is funny, I'm probably going to take at least another week off or so. I don't know. Also, I'm going to be moving, I think, this month. Moving day is coming. So, shit, yeah. Moving day is coming. Very soon, actually. So, I don't know. I might be taking an extended leave. We'll see what's going on. But I will still keep in touch. I'll do like a video a week or something like that as I'm going through. Do it like this, just kind of rant about everything stupid going on at once. Just catch any of you guys up with what's going on with me. So, taking a break.